Happy Tuesday, everybody. Whew, what a big day for Denver. And by big day, I mean kind of somber. We're all going to be at home from now on, even though we sort of were before. Probably for you and me, it's going to feel the same, but it's a little different not being able to ride your bike wherever you want to go and not being able to take a drive and that kind of thing. So we are entering a new era in quarantine, one that is probably necessary and is coming for a very good purpose. But I do know it's hard. We're supposed to be on a bus to Ballarat today, hiking 8 miles, and the reality is our day is just going to look a lot different than what it was supposed to be. Nevertheless, it's interesting that this is happening right now because we happen to be reading about a group of people whose freedoms were slowly taken away as well. Now for us, it's for the collective good. All of us can get on board. All of us are trying to save people's lives. However, that loss of freedom, it's real, and it does make you feel certain things, especially if you feel like it's not fair, which in our case, that's not what's going on. But I'm talking now about the colonists. See, after the Boston Massacre, things were already bad, right? Especially in Boston. But after that, we saw the video of how the Postal Service took that story and it swept the nation. And as you know, that version of the story was very different than other accounts of what happened. So everyone now believes this thing happened the way it was in the Boston Gazette. When the king gets this, he's given a couple choices. His colonists are misbehaving. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. He also gets word shortly after that a bunch of guys dressed up like Native Americans, even though they were clearly white, went onto a boat and caused about $1 million of damage to the British Tea Company. Or it wasn't called that, it was called something different. There was a big trading company, and the colonists broke into that ship in particular because they wanted to hurt the crown. So, what a big mess. King George, what does he have to do? He could smooth things over, give them a little bit more freedom, return things a little bit more normal. He doesn't. Instead, he basically grounds the colonists. He's mad at them. He thinks they're being babies. He can't believe they're not willing to pay for the soldiers that are there to protect them. It's outrageous to him. And I think that perspective is important. The colonists, however, don't want the soldiers there. They don't need the soldiers there, and they certainly don't want to pay for it, especially for day-to-day items that they need. They need sugar. Well, no one needs sugar, but you know, there's not a lot of sugar in the stores right now, so you get it. It's hard. Life is harder if you have to pay for extra things that shouldn't cost extra. Long story short, we're going to start reading about this grounding that he does. He essentially sends tons and tons of soldiers to the colonies with the intention of putting the colonists in their place and teaching them what their civic duty is to the crown, to England. They're British. They should be listening to him. It's outrageous that they're not. On the other hand, the colonists are like, really? You're going to send troops here to like boss us around even more? It's a perfect storm. We are going to talk about that this week all the way until Friday. By the time we get to Friday, that's going to be when the Revolutionary War starts, and that's when we're going to stop for spring break. You will not have any work next week at all, because it's your spring break, so you're just gonna go for it. I'll put some fun stuff up if you want to do some extra stuff over break because you're bored. But, you know, just enjoy yourself as if it was vacation in your house. A staycation for a month. What else? Okay. Yes, I would like to do Zoom one more time. I've been practicing. I think I know how to break you into groups now. And I think I can even show you a video. And I really hope it works, because this video is on Amazon Prime, but I had to buy it, so it's not something you can really rent without spending money. And it kind of shows you what the events that we're going to read about. So there's a few things that happen that you're going to read about this week. There are two groups of people that begin to form. The colonists split on either side. There's the Patriots. The Patriots believe the colonies should have more voice. They should have more freedom. They should be more independent of the king, since they're all the way on the other side of the world at that time. The Loyalists believe that they should be loyal to the crown, that they are British citizens, and that this is their duty, and that they need to follow directions and do what they're told. And those two groups begin to have a lot of conflict and begin to fight. Today and tomorrow you're going to read about a couple of famous people who are on both sides. Then you're going to read about Lexington and Concord. Lexington and Concord was a really big deal. It was basically the start of the war, even though no one intended on having the war start. And then all these troops arrive in New York City. Just boom, he sends all these troops there, cannons firing on New York City. And the people are like, what's happening? This is super uncool. And then they sign the Declaration. So that is what the week is going to have in store for us. I hope you enjoy it. It's my favorite topic. I'm so excited that we get to do this, because if we were in school, we'd be busy doing other things. So, yay! I found a delightful Hamilton video. It is King George singing about his reaction to the Boston Tea Party and the Boston Massacre and how he feels about it. It's a comedy. In real life, it wasn't like that, obviously. But please watch that before you start your reading, because it'll just bring a smile to your face. It's hilarious. Okay, you guys have an awesome rest of your day. Go outside. Oh, and if you don't have a textbook, you really need to talk to me. I attached a PDF file, but they're going to open the school Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'll be able to get in one last time until we go back, whenever that is. And if you need your Chromebook and if you need your textbook, please let me know. That's the last chance I can get it for you. And I'm happy to drop it off on your porch. I'm happy to meet you at the school and give it to you there. Just make sure that you don't waste this opportunity, because it is the last time. It's not as easy to read it off the computer. All right, guys, have an awesome day.